Welcome to the Talltale Tavern, the monthly one-shot adventure TTRPG podcast. I am Kyle, your tavern master and host, and joining me at the bar this month is Tenruken. Ten is an artist and loves to brainstorm and cause chaos in all their groups, and has caused more than one DM to have some trauma over characters. Welcome to the bar this month, Ten. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I am great. All the characters this month are Lovers Scorned, and this is a level 6 adventure. What is your character's name and class and race that you're going to be playing as tonight?
I am playing as Radia Emberheart. She is a level 6 Fire Ganassi Druid, and she is a circle of... oh my god. And yes, I would have my brain fart right now.
Circle of wildfire.
Fire, yeah. I'm like, wait, yes, Circle of Flames? Good. No, that's not right. Similar, but no.
There's a lot of
Circle
circles
of Wild
involved. So
there are. Yes,
cool.
I will be playing
Fantastic.
that tonight.
Also, joining us at the bar, extolling the different absorptive properties of gamer chairs you can fart into live on the internet daily. Tiddly is here to brag to her. She's here to brag to her IRL D&D group that she's on yet another episode of Talltale Tavern. So we're basically famous. Welcome, Tiddly.
Hello. Good to be back.
Great to have you back. Who is your character that you're going to be playing tonight?
So tonight I am playing Candy, and she is a fairy bard. So she's wee and she can fly. She went to the College of Glamour, so she is very charismatic, but not very bright, and she has a long history of falling for the wrong guy.
Good. Also joining us on 2 a.m. on a weekday, RPG enthusiast and cursed to always make charisma maxed characters. Welcome, Goose.
Hi, happy to be here.
Thank you for being here, and it is literally 2 a.m., like 2:30 right now.
2:30 in the morning, yes. But we're vibing. We're going through it.
Where are you on Earth? Because it is currently 8:30 where I am at.
I'm in Berlin. I'm from the U.S., but I live here for work. So
very cool.
Berlin, Germany. I don't know how many Berlins there are, but
is there a Berlin, Texas? In the U.S.?
Yes. Maybe, I don't know.
I feel like there is.
Probably.
Who is your character that you'll be playing tonight?
Yes, so I'm playing a half-elf warlock named Gale, spelled Gaeyll, because why not? And she is a Pact of the Chain, I believe it's called. So she has a fun little imp, find familiar summon, also named Gale, that follows her around. Should be exciting.
Is it spelled the same for that Gale?
No, it's spelled normal, Gael, but he's not great at spelling, so he tried his best.
Good. And then last but not least, proud to announce that he's officially transitioning from out of good ideas to just out of ideas. It's Scott. Welcome, Scott.
Hi. I'm out of ideas for clever things to say when you introduce me to. That's it. I'm here.
Good.
What's up?
Who are you playing? Who are you bringing back, I should say?
Yes. As my intro alludes to, this is our first returning character to the Talltale Tavern. I am bringing back the lovely Diandra Zarek, an Aasimar School of Necromancy wizard who is always looking for love in all the wrong places as well. Like all the other women in this group.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, this is our 11th adventure for the podcast. So let's go to the tavern. In the heart of the Sword Coast of Faerun, in the small town of Daggerford, along a busy downtown street squeezed between the shops of a tailor and a florist, like an old dusty book forgotten amidst the others on the shelf, rests the Talltale Tavern. A place of truth and of lies. Grab a drink of any size and listen to the wisdom of the wise in this place where the ink never dries. This is where we find ourselves tonight, sitting around a worn wooden table with the smell of books and brandy in the air. The front door opens like the turning of a page, and in walks a short, old, tiefling woman. She has piercing white eyes and dark skin that hangs over her many wrinkles. Her tiefling horns are so long that they curl out and down away from her short white hair. She shuffles forward, her neck bent forward at a permanent stoop. She glances up at the bartender.
Hey, bartender, I don't want anything to drink, but you got anything to smoke?
Well, certainly, the bartender says. Just got a shipment of leaf out from Malatra. You need a pipe?
No. Just bring it here and bring it with some paper and I'll roll it up.
He brings the materials out and she rolls a small cigarette with expert quickness and takes a big pull. She turns to the bar.
That's the stuff. All right, who wants to hear a story about a real jackass?
And thus begins Hell Hath No Fury. Roll the intro. Our story starts at Candy's apartment, a small, humble room on the second floor of the Elmwood Tower in downtown bustling Waterdeep. Candy, what do you look like, and what does the inside of your apartment look like?
So my character is small, and she's always wearing something sparkly, like usually dresses. And her apartment is, she doesn't have a lot of money, and she also doesn't have a lot of taste. So her apartment is very garish. You walk in, it's a nauseating shade of pink, like a shade of pink that makes you feel like throwing up. And she has gathered many glass baubles. They don't have any value, but she thinks they're shiny and pretty, so they're everywhere. You also see jars of like treats strewn about, half eaten. There might be like a mouse somewhere. Like it's very unkempt. The bed is unmade. So yeah, there's
good.
Very
and this
modest,
is like one of
garish.
her first, this is like her first apartment, right?
It's her first apartment. She grew up as a street urchin, and has started making her own way in the world. And this is the first apartment that she could afford.
Good. Well, Candy, you have invited Agave into your home, a man who first appeared to you in your dreams. An ideal man, a person you thought would only exist in fantasy until 1 week ago. He appeared in the audience of one of your performances in a local tavern. This man is clearly meant to be your true love, and you've fallen fast and hard for him. You've spent the past week consumed by passion together, and he has just arrived to your home for an invitation for hot chocolate on this warm summer day. How does he appear to you? What does the man of Candy's dreams look like?
So Candy always falls for the bad boy and the wrong guy. And so Agave, she was looking for a sugar daddy. And so when he came to her performance, he was very nattily dressed in a doublet with, silver thread and a hat with feathers in it and a cape. And he was just in tights. Like he was, very nicely dressed. And so she thought he had money. She went up to him and it was actually intending to pickpocket him, but realized that because she was just, she's streetwise, right? So she was going to take his money because she was like, oh, this guy has money. I'm going to take his money. But then she realized that he looked familiar and that she had seen him before in her dreams. And so she ended up falling fast and hard for him.
Good. Will you pour him some hot chocolate and share some hot chocolate on a warm summer day? It's a bit odd, but Candy has some sweet taste.
She's got a sweet tooth, yeah.
And Agave looks to you and says, Candy, I was wondering, you are so beautiful and captivating. And when you perform, it's like watching an angel perform. Would you perform for me one more time here?
Of course, Agave. Anything you want, sweetie.
Good. What is Candy's performance? What does she do for her performances?
So she's actually a terrible performer. She really gets by just being super good looking. So she pulls out a dulcimer and plucks at it haphazardly and sings a little bit. It's mostly on key, but you can tell that she's she gets by because she's cute. It's not very good.
Good. Well, give me a performance roll. Let's see how good it is right now.
All right. Let's see. That's a 13.
A 13. So you were able to play something. It's not totally terrible. It's not your worst work, but
Not saying something.
He is so impressed. He is just oh, Candy, that was so beautiful. And you almost see a tear kind of form in his eye. And he says, Candy, I know we've only known each other for a week, but it feels like I've been looking for you for my whole life. And he steps forward and he places a hand on your hip. I love you, Candy. I wish I had something to give you as some sort of token, but alas, I don't have anything on me. I want to give you something wonderful.
Oh, Agave, I feel the same way about you, and as you know, I live this very modest life, and I don't have many possessions to give you as a symbol of our love. But I do have one thing that is very, very important to me, and it is this locket that my grandmother Ethel gave to me before she passed away. I kept it with me all my time in the streets when I was by myself, just trying to make my way. It has no value, but it means so much to me because it reminds me of my dear grandmama. Would you accept this as a token of our love and as a promise of our future together?
Oh, Candy, I don't know if I could from your grandma.
Grandmama Ethel would have loved you. I just know it. You are just absolutely wonderful and super rich, and I think that she would have liked all of those qualities about you.
He puts out his hand and he takes the locket and he smiles and he looks at you with his eyes and he leans in for a kiss and goes about 90% of the way and pauses there.
Oh, definitely you go in for the kiss.
So as you kiss him and he has the locket in his hands, you immediately feel a deep emotional pain. The poison of betrayal infects you from his lips, and you gain the understanding that this man is not a man at all, but a fiend, a creature who has deliberately tricked you into loving him. You feel a profound emptiness as he uses his draining kiss ability, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, okay. My constitution is so bad. All right, that's a 7.
A 7. So you fail the Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
And you take 28 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
As you release your kiss, his hair turns red. Small red horns sprout from his forehead. His piercing eyes turn a deep red. His shirt sizzles away, revealing a chiseled, pale body, and large red wings fan out from his back. I am so sorry, Candy. I had to do this, but I truly did love you. Diandra, Gale, and Radia, you have been tracking the incubus known as Volek, and you are suspicious that he may be at the home of a young fairy named Candy. You have just spoken to the doorman at the Elmwood Tower who confirmed that Volek had just walked into Candy's apartment upstairs. You hurry up and hear his voice from the door. I'm sorry, Candy. I had to do this. I truly did love you.
Well, I will use, I want to use my telekinesis to shove the door open as we're walking up then. And then just...
Okay, cool. Yeah. Telekinesis, because you can open a...
I mean, you can't technically, just for flavor, really. It's supposed to be, it's a creature that I use it on. But...
Okay, use
that or I mage
use your
hand.
spellcasting modifier as you to do that.
Okay.
As like instead of a strength roll, give me your spellcasting roll.
Okay, that I like the sound of that, Kyle. Especially when I roll an 18.
An 18,
Woo!
And so you guys rush up there and you use your telekinesis on the door after hearing that from behind it, and it bursts open and you see the scene in front of you.
I say, honey, we're home. And
Who are you guys? What's going on? What did you do to my brand new door?
I'm sorry. The doorman down there, he'll pay for it probably. You have a landlord, right? You got a good.
No, I certainly don't.
Well, that's not important right now. He is. That fiend that you're kissing is what's important right now.
I know he took my grandmama's necklace. I can't believe it. I'm so upset, and I'm almost dead. Also, it's awful.
He is this incubus. Volek's eyes get wide, and he just says, "I'm going to leave now," and he takes a step back.
I want to tackle him. I would like to try to tackle him.
Yeah.
As you rush forward to try and tackle him, everybody roll initiative.
Ooh.
And we will see just how quick you are and see if you
Not
can
fast at all.
get to this guy.
So 10 for Tiddly. Oh, sorry, for Candy.
I had a 13.
Okay.
Mine is a 6.
And Diandra got an 18, actually.
Ooh, Diandra with the rolls tonight.
Very rare. I feel like normally I start off the podcast with just dog shit rolls.
Okay. Well, the way the initiative worked, Diandra, you are actually up first.
Oh,
So you,
great.
as you see, Gale, right? Gale, charge.
Yeah,
forward.
just like a slow-mo dive right now is happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Diandra, what would you like to do?
Just to try to ensure that he can't get away, then Diandra whips out her spell book, which appears to be like an old diary that says Dai's Diary on it, and flips it open and starts to cast Earthbind onto
Ooh.
Nice.
Volek. Yes. So I choose a creature I can see within range, and then yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature, and they must succeed on a strength saving throw, or their flying speed is reduced to 0 for the spell's duration.
Okay, cool. So his strength saving throw is an 11.
Hey, he fails.
Nice. He spreads out his wings and it's like they go directly down. He has
These
no
giant, like, green, decayed-looking chains, like, wrap around him to pull him down on to the ground, I guess, or hold his wings to his side.
Cool. Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm gonna stay back here. I don't need to get closer to him and look into his beautiful, soulful eyes and wonder what was wrong with me that he didn't love me.
Oh.
Radia, you're up.
I was gonna say we're gonna summon and just go all out, but you know what? I think Radia would first try and mend Candy, and
Thanks,
try and get
Nice.
someone back on their feet. So I'm gonna use Cure Wounds.
Well, that's very nice.
That's very kind, because I've got 5 hit points left. I am almost dead.
So that is
The kiss of death.
7 HP.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that is an action, if I remember correctly. So
So if you want to do a bonus action or move, you can do that.
yeah. So I think she's just gonna, after doing that and carefully touching Candy and helping her get back up, like get squared up and everything, and give her a good pat on the back, be like, all right, buckle up, honey. Akron, come here, you
On the butt.
son of a bitch. And her hair, or flames, really, is just like absolutely going. It's just sparking everywhere. She's clearly not in control emotionally, and she is just barreling like towards him, getting ready to just absolutely give him a piece of her mind. But yeah, she's just gonna go right up and stare him in the face, because I don't think she really can do anything else, so
Cool.
yeah.
I love it. Glaring at him with intensity. Candy, you're up.
Okay, Candy is still a little like, what the heck is going on? Because this
Sure.
literally just happened.
Yeah.
And so she's going to. How far away is he? The apartment's really small.
He's still
so
within like 5 feet of you.
He's
He
within
is-
5 feet.
he
I'm
is
gonna go
not
up to
even-
him
He's not
and-
been able to take a step back.
I'm gonna go up to him and be like, Agave, how could you? I left you. Please return my locket to me. Don't hurt him, guys. Don't hurt him. It's okay. We can work this out. So I don't even know that I would like attack, or I would just, ask him for the locket back.
It's a lot to take in. Your boyfriend
Yeah, I'm
just
still a
turned
little
into
overwhelmed by the whole thing. Yeah.
It's a lot,
turned into a
yes.
demon,
Yeah.
and then 3 women broke your door down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hurt my apartment, my dear sweet Agave. This is still too much.
And Gale, finally, you are up. So you're going to attempt to tackle him.
I would like to still attempt to tackle him. How far away was I?
Really 10 to 15 feet. You're able to get up there
Okay.
to him, fairly easily.
Okay. I guess I'll just try to just literally grab onto like anything, like an ankle, a wing, or anything to kind of feel like I'm holding him down.
Cool. We'll do a grapple check then and have you roll a strength against either his strength or dexterity, whichever one he's better at. And we'll see if you're able to grab onto him.
I believe
Okay.
in
And
you.
I'm rolling strength no matter what.
Yeah, I believe so.
yes.
To start a grapple, you have to do strength. Yeah.
We've got a -1. It's going to be great. Oh my God.
You rolled a natural one.
So that's a 0 from Gale, actually.
Well, you had started your tackling motion, and it was like slow motion because everybody was able to do their turn before you, and you didn't see Candy groveling in front of him and just trip over Candy and don't even make it to him and swipe at Volek. And Volek steps back and just says, girls. And then he disappears. And after he disappears, you look around, you don't see any trace of him. You feel like he is completely gone from the space. And we are out of initiative.
Okay. Well, I'd like to help Gale up if I can. It's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up. He gets to all of us. I'm sure normally you could have tackled him just fine.
Thank you, Deandra. I know that you always believed in me. But before she gets up, I think she'll slam her head on the floor a couple of times, just for good measure.
That's gonna do some bruising. That's
Gale,
not.
You're like
It's okay. I
newborn
deserved
son.
it. I deserved it. I'm so sorry. He was this close, and now he's just gone again. It's all
You
right.
start
It's all
crying,
right.
it's gonna make me cry. So please
Okay.
don't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll get it together.
Excuse me, ladies. Who are you? I mean, welcome to my humble home, but who are you?
We're you.
Why are you here breaking
but-
down my door?
Yeah.
You seem to also know my dear sweet Agave. I need some explanations.
Did he call himself Agave with you?
Yes, my dear sweet Agave.
Did he also tell you that you're beautiful and captivating?
I mean, obviously, I am.
Well, okay. I mean, yes.
I'm like fluttering about.
You're a certain
One wing is
type.
a little haphazard right now.
He said the same thing to me when I was reading him my research on how to assemble multiple corpses into one zombie. He told me that I was beautiful and captivating.
Diandra,
Wow.
why don't you describe your appearance?
Oh,
how you look as
Yeah.
you maybe all are going to introduce yourselves. Let's go over your full appearance.
Good
and how
call,
you
good
look.
call. Diandra is looks like an like the purity of an Aasimar that you might expect, but as if it's been like corrupted with darkness as she's leaned further into necromancy. So it's like she's got her nice bright white eyes, but she's got this black like encroaching out of it that basically looks like she has like mascara crying at all times on her face.
Cool.
And her hair is like white at the bottom of it, but the roots of it are like turning black as it goes. Otherwise, fairly typical Aasimar look, I would say. Medium height, not necessarily a great beauty, perhaps a little bit off-putting to some. She's clearly influenced by necrotic magic running through her veins at this point. Yeah. Who's next? Yeah. Somebody else describe yourself, please.
Yeah, as Candy is looking, around trying to get some information, she looks over to Radia and maybe asks who you are.
Radia will probably just turn and, look at Candy a little bit more, and she's frustrated. Her hands are probably like shaking a little bit, holding her staff, and just, gripping it a little bit, and then she's just like, okay, nope. Calm down, stop sparking everywhere. Hair slowly, stops sparking, and it, diminishes in size, so it's less of a fiery mane and more just, a gentle flame. And as she gets her emotions in check, and she calms down, and she's got all of these leather, like clothes and everything, not so much dresses or fancy clothes. It's very purposefully, more like work clothes or something that you would need for actual everyday stuff. But there's vines, like, mixing in with her clothes. But she's got brilliant colors, blues and yellows and reds mixed in with the browns, that matches her skin tone. And that goes anywhere from like blacks to reds and a little bit of purple hue around her face. And she watches Candy and is like, "You hanging in there? Sorry if this is a little bit, son, welcome to the club."
Oh, honey, I've been through this before. This isn't the first man who has taken me. I always fall for the wrong guy. I don't know why it is. It's just, I wish he hadn't taken something that meant so much to me this time. But this is definitely not the first time for me. Is this your first time?
Again, the fire kind of starts a little bit rising up a little, and she's like, "Nope, yep, mm-hmm."
Are you okay?
thought
You're looking
he
a little
was-
tense. Would you like some candy? And she's like gestures to like all the treats across the apartment. You can see like a mouse, like a really fat mouse that's kind of like wandering around snacking on things. Oh, don't mind him. That's Sprinkle. He's my pet. He's harmless. He doesn't mind sharing his snacks. It's fine.
No, it's okay. I'm fine. I gotta learn how to control my emotions. At least he was right on that. No, I'll
Okay,
be okay.
sweetie. I'm gonna give her a pat
my
on the
first time. And then she's just. it's like,
Maybe be
I'll
careful
be right
touching
back.
her head, though. Yeah, it is fire.
Hot. Ooh, that's very sparky. Very fiery,
And
aren't
she's
you?
just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, here, let me," and then she'll, touch up a Candy a little bit more. But she's clearly not able to focus again. She's trying to, keep from, catching everything on fire. So it's not very much. It's an extra 4 HP, but,
Well, that's nice.
Okay.
it's at least a little something to, get rid of the burn wound that Candy just probably took.
Ow, oh my.
Yeah.
What about you, sweetie? Where are you from? So I'm looking to Gail now. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right, sorry. I'm still just processing.
I understand.
And so you see she's a half elf, so like this super deep red, like maroon color hair. And whereas like with Diandra, like there's that black by her face, like Gail has that, but you can tell it's like literally because she just like has a lot of makeup and was like rubbing it too much, or it's like 3 days old and starting to like smear on her face. I guess otherwise she's kind of unremarkable, kind of just normal looking. But you can see like poking through her shirt, you can see these like, you're not quite sure what language it is, but you see these like kind of runic tattoos going like down her neck. You're not really sure what they are or what they say. But yeah, otherwise nothing. She's wearing normal clothes.
Gail,
And-
look at me. You are remarkable, okay? You're not just normal. Don't say that about yourself.
I really, really needed that. All right. I'm so sorry to break into your house like this, Candy, and I'm also very sorry that you had to find out about all of this within the span of a couple of moments, but you are doing so good. And we are so proud of you, and we are all going to get through this together. And she's gonna go off into. I'm not sure how big the apartment is. I assume it's really tiny,
Small.
but
It's very small. It's like a studio apartment. Okay. Like you can see everything, literally the kitchen, the bed.
Okay.
Like the only thing that might be closed off is like the area where she goes to the bathroom. But you can see everything. It's very small.
She's gonna like as Gale is saying these things, she's going to like slowly start kind of like pushing like a bed maybe out of the way just to get some floor space. And I'm gonna call Gale quick. So I'm gonna cast my Find Familiar. I believe it takes like 10 minutes or something. So I'll say that she starts doing that while we're chatting.
Actually, I believe Find Familiar takes an hour if it's normal Find Familiar, but probably not for yours.
Oh, it is an hour. No, it is. I thought because it was Okay, well, never mind. She doesn't do that. We do not have an hour. We'll talk to Gale later.
I mean, I don't know how much time we have, really. So, okay. Candy was your name, right?
Yes,
Hi,
sweetie.
I'm Diandra.
Hi.
It's nice
Hi,
to meet
Diandra.
you. I
Oh my
love
God.
what you've done
Likewise.
with this very pink place that you live in.
Oh my gosh, isn't it lovely? Thank you.
Not exactly my style, but it's nice. It's very nice. So yeah,
Did we
this
just
might.
become best friends? I think so.
Well, I actually already have a best friend.
Sorry.
Yes. His name's Barb. I think you'd love him. I think you'd really get along with Barb.
I
if
do
you
like
knew him.
tall, dashing men. I do. I currently have an opening also, apparently.
Oh no, he's taken. Don't worry. He's taken by,
Unfortunate.
by the second most beautiful bard I've ever known.
That can be fixed.
But okay, this might. I know this was all shocking to you, but that man that you were kissing, Agave.
Yes.
He is an incubus named Volek. Yes.
Well,
he
that would
is-
explain why he licked you know what, ladies. You know what I'm talking about. There's a reason you're all here, darlings. Admit it.
He's very good with using his tongue in multiple ways, and one of those ways
indeed.
is deceit. All right.
I did not know his tongue was forked. It explains so much.
Yes, these are private details for yourself.
Oh, I'm so
Candy.
sorry. I mean, you did just smash my door down, so I
That's
feel like
fair.
we know each other.
That is
now.
fair. We may have violated privacy ourselves, I
Yes,
guess.
I certainly could call and report to you, but I feel like we've all experienced this shared trauma together. I cannot believe he has deceived us all.
Exactly. Shared trauma. We've gone through something together, and that's why we're here. All of us are connected now by this bastard Volek. And
He's not
his
so
goal,
bad. He lied a little and stole a little. He's not so bad.
Candy, you need to have more self-respect.
Oh, okay.
Immediately.
What did he steal from you, Candy?
What did
he
he
always
take?
takes something.
I didn't start with much. My grandmama Ethel passed down this very sentimental locket to me. I used to sleep with it underneath my pillow. And basically I consider it a luck charm. It has no actual real value except sentiment to me. And I just gave it to him as a token of our undying love and as a connection so I could take advantage of his massive wealth. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. But unfortunately then he left. He just vanished. Why does this always happen to me? This is so unfair. I just have the worst luck. Worst luck.
I think we can all understand having bad luck with men in this group. And I think
Yes.
that this fiend specifically targets beautiful women with power like us to
true.
try to knock us down a peg.
I know, we're all so lovely.
Yes.
Yes.
Ladies, you're all beautiful. I just want to say that. No matter what he made you think about yourself. And so the three of us we got together to try to get him. We want to get him
Oh my.
and get back what he
Did he
took
steal
from
things from you as well?
us. Yes, that's exactly what he does.
What did he steal from you? Is it personal? Can I ask?
well, it is personal, but now that we are all bonded together, I think
Yes,
we might
yes,
as well
my door and
share
such,
to
yes.
get us on the same page
Yes.
now.
Okay.
I'm surprised that he would take something of no real value from you, because what he took from me, I think, was maybe one of the most valuable rings ever made. From my understanding, you see, I was once engaged myself to a lovely, beautiful bard named Edgar, who tragically died on the day that we were to be wed. And as a necromancer, I made it my life's goal to bring him back, but due to some recent events in the Feywild involving my friend Barb and him getting married, blah, 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 I thought it was maybe time for me to start pursuing, new relationships too. And that's when I started having these dreams in which my beautiful Edgar turned into this snake made of tears that would try to consume me, as if he wasn't who he was saying who he was, which is ludicrous. But in my dreams, he would turn into Volok and he would rescue me. Well, to me, he was Destrian at the time. And my time that I spent with Destrian, the month that we spent together, he convinced me that Edgar was no good for me and that I should move on. And so I gave him the engagement ring that Edgar bought for me after he pawned all of my jewelry so that he could buy me the most expensive ring that they had.
That's so sweet.
At the shop. Mm-hmm. And so he's stolen that from me. And more than that, he actually, on the way out, managed to grab my bag of holding that maybe had some other belongings to me that were of value. Possibly I told him I was over Edgar and that I let him go, but I may have been keeping Edgar inside that bag of holding that he took. So I very much need to get back at him so I can kill him and get the love of my life back.
Well, you also forgot the most important thing that he stole. Your heart, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
He did.
Of course.
And he left nothing but a black pit of rage and despair in his place.
That's awful.
I can't talk about it anymore. One of you two
I'm
talk.
so sorry.
Well, for me, I knew him as Peter. You see, I was studying to become a cleric. I'd spent all of my days, reading over tomes and books and spending time with my prayers and in different churches and chantries, and he just appeared one day. And I had never heard someone say their prayers in such a passionate way as his, and I knew that I had to be with such a pious man. And he just, other than taking my trust and everything that I hold dear, he took my amulet, one that I had used throughout the course of becoming a cleric, and not only that, but he tricked me, and now instead of a cleric, I don't know, I'm forced to do these awful things from this fiend that I've pledged myself to. And look, I get to do some really cool things, but it's so awful sometimes, the things that you have to do for your patron. And I just want my life back. And that's, I think, what we're all trying to do here. We get our items so that we can heal. And I think we're all just on that journey together now, and we're not going to rest until all of us are at peace. And he's dead in the ground. Sorry.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry that happened to you. So I'm going to flutter over to her and offer her a handkerchief, which is, of course, pink and a little bit sticky. A little bit sticky.
Okay.
Oh,
What were
honey.
you and Volok using it for? Ew.
Never mind. There's a reason they call him Agave. Not just because he was sweet, but he was also never. Oh, my. I'm sorry.
Radia will kind of sit down and cross-legged on the floor, and she'll be like, "Oh, he didn't take much. I don't know. I met him because I picked up a book. I read it and I thought, every nature has all has all their pairings. Who would pair and be my person? And I, not long after, had a dream, just as everyone else did. And I thought this was who was best for me. Someone who was able to handle my flames. And I met him not long after. And I saved him. He was being bullied, but I was young and excitable, and every time I got excited, my flames would crackle and spark, as you saw, but then he would get scared, and I didn't want to see him like that. I tried to change myself and became what he wanted. He wanted someone who wasn't so excitable, and it didn't work out. And I feel nothing but rage because he tried to make me into what he wanted instead of what I should be. And now I want my life back. I'm going to take my staff back that I gave to him, and I'm not going to look back. I'm going to be who I should have been. I'm not going to let someone else tell me what I should be.
Absolutely, Radia. Never change, except for when you are using your magical abilities to change into other creatures. As
Oh
you
yes,
are
and
able to do.
I'll see your underwear. It's very important. Changing that too.
Also
Yes.
change your underwear. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
She's just going to kind of smile.
But thank you everyone for sharing your truths. It is so important for us all to be honest with each other, and now that we all know what we're looking for, we are all the better for it. I'm so proud of us.
Me too. Me too. Now, back to business. How do we find him and how do we kill him?
And so you ask the question, and you look around, and Candy, you look at the room, and you remember he came in with a small bag. And in his haste to leave, he left his bag, and it's kind of sitting against the bed.
Wait, what is this? This isn't pink. I don't think this is mine. My dear sweet Agave left this, guys. Maybe we should peer inside and find out what's within.
Absolutely.
Wonderful idea. Love it.
Okay, great. I'm gonna fly over
just
and
for
grab
your
the
own
bag.
sake, Candy, I think you'd be better off you stop referring to him as your dear sweet Agave and maybe try like that manipulating
I'm so
bastard
sorry.
Agave.
No, but I still care for him, even though he abandoned me.
We all do, I think.
Okay.
So you go and you open up this bag, and it's a normal bag, not a bag of holding or anything, but you open it up. You see a fair amount of cash in there, actually. He's got in there. He's got a collection of about 400 gold inside this this bag.
Oh, it's
And
empty.
he also
Weird. Oh.
there's also
He is rich. I knew it.
it's empty. And there's also an invitation in there. You see a sheet of a scroll of paper that you unravel, and you see that this is a very beautifully decorated sheet of paper that shows this large black castle in the middle with flames surrounding, and at the top in some ornate lettering, it reads, Axchiselot's annual masquerade ball, 7 p.m., the 9th day of the first 10 day of Flame Rule, the Castle of Axe, Avernus. Admit one party, masks required. And there's a large rune at the bottom of the page with text beneath it, which reads, tap rune on day of party for planar travel.
Well, this
Have
is
I heard of
certainly
that?
interesting. I'm sorry. Go ahead, dear.
No, I was just wondering if if any of us have heard of that castle. Like, if we, now that we see the invitation, have any of us seen this before?
You could roll for a history if you would like.
Sure. Not good. 6 from me.
I got a 20.
A 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good. So you have never heard of the Castle of Axe. You've never heard of Axchiselot. You've never heard of. Most of this is foreign, but the word Avernus you recognize because you've heard about the 9 hells before.
Yeah.
And you know that Avernus is one of the layers of the 9 hells, and that's what you remember about this.
I assume she shares that information with the rest of us
Yes.
then.
Yes.
Well, I'll also give you the first. It says the 9th day of the first 10 day of Flame Rule.
Mhm.
That is tomorrow.
Oh. Well, ladies, I think that there's a ball that we must attend together.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to. I know that this is like an angry situation, but I've never actually been to a ball before, and this is kind of exciting.
Diandra, we
so
are going to this
exciting.
ball. We are getting dressed up, and we are taking you to this ball.
Yes, you are my fairy godmothers. One of you literally. I can't wait.
I'm sure they make something for you in black. You'll love it.
Thank you, please. Yeah, I'm looking at the candy and I'm trying to pick through like black licorice jelly beans. If there's any that are lying out.
Actually, literally goated. Black licorice, so good. Are you fighting with Sprinkle? Sprinkle, like, you're just like batting the fat mouse away.
Shoot. Bad mouse.
Shoot, go away, Sprinkle. I happen to know of a wonderful, wonderful tailor very close in the city. I've used her many a time. Her name is Charisma. And she is just an absolute goddess with a needle and thread. She makes dresses, she makes outfits. She can also make masks for a masquerade ball, if you so desire. So perhaps we should venture into the city streets and say hello.
And we've got someone to pay for the dresses as well. And I'll like look at the money in the bag.
Oh, certainly we do have some money now. And we do certainly deserve to spend it on ourselves after everything we've been through. Right? Let's go treat ourselves.
What the hells? Let's do it.
Okay.
What the hell's good? Yeah, so you guys make your way out, and Candy's leading the way, and you find a humble tailor's shop.
Humble? You're calling Charisma's shop humble?
It has a
don't
big
judge
sign.
the-
It's not as humble as I would say. It's
All right, good.
It's not a whole huge opening, I guess. I was thinking it's a small doorway, but it just has a nice sign. Charisma's dress shop, it says at the front. And you walk in, and you guys walk in, and you see this shop with rows and rows of dresses, and you see dresses of all kinds. You see very simple ones, you see elegant ones. There's dressing rooms off to the right. And this woman walks up, and she's a middle-aged, dark-skinned half-elf with like a purple shaved head mohawk type haircut. And she walks up and says, "Hello, hi, welcome to my shop. Candy, nice to see you again."
Hi, Charisma. How's it going, Care? So good to see you.
It is great. What can I help you with? And she has a sewing needle in her hand, and her sewing needle, fairly long, like kind of an oversized one, but you see as she like waves her hand around, there's like a trail of magic that kind of follows it just for a second.
So, darling, we're in a bit of an issue here. We need to go to a ball tomorrow, and we all need to look absolutely stunning for this ball to show up this man who has deeply wronged us. We need to look absolutely fantastic. Would you be able to help us? We've come upon some gold recently, so we certainly can pay you for your efforts. And I know the timeline is so short.
Oh, yes. Wonderful. Timeline's not an issue. I can make things fairly quickly. And she shows her, kind of like fans her needle out a little bit. Typical prices, if you are someone who wants to make their own dress, it's just 5 silver for some materials. We got an area in the back for just materials. Some of their nicer dresses here are 1 gold. If you want some of these, and she points to some like really beautiful ones, there's like 10. She's like, these are 10 gold. If you want a magical effect to your dress, that's going to be a little bit pricier. That'll be about 50 gold. You said this man wronged one of you?
He's wronged all of us.
All
So
of
we
you.
need to look our absolute best so he regrets every single action he took against us, breaking all of our hearts, just saying, I made a mistake. I want all these beautiful women back, especially me. But you know everyone, of course.
Like, oh my God, girls, all of you, one man.
I know.
Unfortunately, yes. One man. One snake in the grass.
She's like,
Snake.
all right, you girls get whatever you want. It's half price, whatever you want. All right.
Thank you.
This is a ball? You gotta look extravagant for a ball. Is it any sort of type of ball?
Oh, yes, the masks. Candy, the masks. You forget the
Yes. We all are in a choir of masks. It is a masquerade ball.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Yes, well, we have masks as well. And she shows you over to the mask area, and she goes through a few different types. She says, We have our most popular are the Columbina masks. They're ornate, covering the eyes and the upper part of the face. We have the classic Medico della Peste, and this is like the plague doctor mask with the long beak-like nose and round eyes. And then she shows you some feather masks, lace masks. There's masks that you hold on one hand with a stick. And then she says, and then here's an interesting one. It's some of these, they're half masks, and it shows a mask that covers the eye and the lower half of one half of the face. She says, if you want to make your own mask, I can help as well. And she like fans out her sewing needle. So girls, just have at it. Look for whatever you want. I can help. If you want to use the dressing room over there, we have dressing rooms. And if you want to see what a random outfit looks like, there's a button on the front where you press the rune, and it'll give you a magic outfit too, just to see what it looks like.
Thank you so much, Care. You're just simply beyond. I appreciate you. Do you have anything sparkly? I want to glitter.
Good. Yeah, Candy, you want something glittery and sparkly?
Yes, yeah. And I'm little, right? So I'm like, and I need something that has wing holes too to accommodate the flying. So.
Oh, perfect. We can do that. What if I made it extra sparkly and kind of, and she waves her sewing needle around. What if it kind of like followed you a little bit, like the sparkles?
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I can do this. I can have it ready later today then.
Okay, great.
Any color? Oh.
Sparkle, of course.
Sparkle?
Sparkle.
Is sparkle a
Sparkle.
Of course.
Sparkle
color, darling.
Apparently it is now.
Okay. All right. I'll do that then.
Thank you.
I hope Candy's jewelry looks like candy necklaces and candy bracelets.
Oh, I love that idea. Yes. Absolutely.
Well, first of all, I would absolutely like to request one of those plague doctor style masks that you have over there. Very much kind of my vibe, I think. Bringing pestilence.
This one's all
and
black.
plague.
Do you want just the all black one? Is that one good?
Yeah, all black is perfect for me, I think. Yes, I will take that. And then for my dress, I would love it if I could have some chains hanging off of it, and maybe if you could give me an effect sort of like her sparkles, but with like flies.
Farts. No.
Something.
Flies.
Yeah,
Oh.
flies.
Interesting. I've never done that before, but I think I can make that. Yeah, I can make that happen.
if you can't do flies, I'll also take like if the bottom of it could bleed a little bit, maybe, just something that really screams
What if it was-
death and
What if the chains were dripping a little bit?
Ooh.
Just a little bit.
yeah, that sounds perfect. I think that the Volok that I knew, the DK that I knew would love that. So that will really stun him.
Good. Perfect. All right. And Candy, did you want a specific mask? Anything? Just a sparkly in the same fashion?
Yeah,
maybe?
lacy, sparkly. I mean, I don't want too much of my face covered because, you can't hide the moneymaker, right? Yeah.
I take a look at her gams and I'm thinking, I don't think that's the moneymaker, the face.
And she looks at Charisma looks at the other girls and says, we have all different styles. What can I get anything going for one of you?
I think for me, something simple, but something, where you look at it and it doesn't have a lot of frills, but you're like, ooh, that's a really nice dress. So for Gail, I'm picturing her describing something like a la, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the dress that Angelina Jolie wears on like the cover, where it's like, it's like tight with that really high slit.
Yes.
Because, I really would like, to be able to put, some daggers just, within really easy reach and kind of intimidating, just so if someone is coming over, it's like, ooh, look at that dress. Oh, but she's got a knife. Oh, look at her. I don't know if we're allowed to bring weapons in.
Have you seen the Ana de Armas dress in the James Bond movie? It's like black and
like
slinky, and she's like, she does like karate moves in it. It's amazing. I'm like, literally, that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah. Something
hot.
that's like
So
tight,
hot.
but like still immovable.
Yeah. You can like literally kick ass in it too.
Yes,
Yeah.
just like that. And I'm thinking, let's go for like a deep, like almost like my hair, like a deep red color. And for the mask, I would really like something, I want to remind him of who he really is. So I want like a devil mask if it's possible, something that's like, he looks at it and he's like, oh, that's, he's reminded of himself and how awful he is. So maybe something a little unnerving with like some horns if possible, just to really bring it out.
Could you draw me a picture of what he looks like? I could try and make it, if you're able to give me a picture of what he looks like, I could maybe make a better mask out of it.
This is a perfect idea, Gale, because if there's one thing that's going to catch his attention, it's himself.
It's himself, exactly.
He's a little narcissistic.
If you need help summoning what he looks like, I can cast Minor Illusion and probably
Please do.
make a little image of him with that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So just create the image of him kind of standing there, however big Minor Illusion can be. I think it's a 5-foot cube.
Yeah.
So, 5-foot version of him. But I make him a little shorter even than that.
Can you make him even shorter for me?
Candy. I know it's brand new.
Can I keep this for later?
No, you can't. You can't interact
I won't do
with
anything
it.
too untoward.
It's just an illusion, Candy.
Okay. Oh,
it's
sorry.
not real.
Okay.
You need to take that love and turn it into hate, Candy.
Think sour candies. Sour.
No. I don't.
Okay, go ahead and give me. I want a performance roll on the image because you've only really seen him as his true form maybe once, twice now. You saw him with Candy, and so I want you to try and put your memory to it. And
that sounds a lot more like history than performance, but
history is fine. History is fine.
I'm definitely not fishing for the thing that has 6 higher on the roll.
Go ahead with history because it's a major image, so it's not necessarily.
And could I like assist, like as the image is like coming up to be like, oh no, maybe the cheekbone's a little bit higher, just some to maybe help with the roll.
That sounds like a good idea to me. It sounds like a help action, and that sounds like it raised
action,
my roll by a whopping 1 from 12 to 13.
It's pretty good. You're not like 100% satisfied. You wish it could be a little bit better.
I don't think we got like the snake-like energy behind his eyes or the cruelty in his soul. Yeah.
He still looks very cute.
But Charisma says, "I'll work on this mask. I'll make it. I'll make it as best I can, like his actual face."
Perfect.
And anything I can do for you? And she looks at Radia.
Radia's probably been browsing like the fabrics and, poking around, trying to get an idea. Just the idea of a glamorous dress does not really excite her or anything. It's just like whatever. But she sees some like fur fabrics and stuff, and then she's like, "Hey, I got an idea. How about we go with the Hellhound theme? Because I want to absolutely rip and tear into him. And Hell has no fury. Like, why not? I want to absolutely make him fear me."
Oh, a Hellhound. Ooh, she walks over to one of the masks and she pulls out like she takes a plague doctor mask and takes her this one's made out of fabric. She takes her sewing needle and kind of like swirls it around the face, and you see as instead of the long beak that's there, it transforms and the fabric kind of starts to make what looks like a mouth with teeth on it. And she says, "I don't know if you were thinking this literal, but I could do something like this with the mask."
Radia just kind of gets really excited. She's like, You're amazing. You pulled the idea right out of... Yes, let's go with it.
Can you make that flame retardant, though? You're going to probably
I was just going to say,
make it
you might want to make sure. She's a little sparky. A little fire resistance on that would be great.
That's literal fire. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that is... your style is beautiful, Radia. That's amazing. But yes, I will make it flame resistant. So you'll be able to
with fur. It's like fur, but it's flame resistant.
flame resistant fur. I can do wonders with any fabric. Perfect. The rest of a dress, or what else would you want to wear?
She kind of ponders. She's like, nah, let them have a dress. Give me something that I can be mobile in.
Ooh,
How about leather pants?
leather pants?
Ooh.
Oh, absolutely. And she gives me give her a minute, and she walks and kind of comes back out with a few different leather pant options. You know, there's black, there's like a brownish color. What color are you thinking? And she's got a few different options.
She kind of looks at herself and is like, you know what? I love the browns. And she pauses a little bit. She's like, as much as I want to remind him and let him know it's me, let's not, and let's go with the black. And we'll go in with my skin tone.
Good choice.
And she's got this like leather jacket with her too, and she holds it. She says, and she like holds it up to you, and she says, "What about this?" And she takes one of the sleeves and just rips off the sleeve of one and rips the other one off, and then gets like a fancier kind of white button-up shirt for underneath, and kind of puts it and holds it. How about this?
She kind of is like, I'll try it. I like it so far.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
definitely different from what I'm used to.
Great.
And she just carefully takes it and is like, I'm gonna go try this on.
Okay, excellent. Charisma says, "Well, it's probably not your size just yet. If I could just measure you up real quick, you four, and I'll have this ready. By when did you said you needed it tomorrow? Yeah, just swing by in the morning, and I'll have it ready for you." Okay. And she kind of takes her sewing needle and has a book, kind of a pad of paper open, and she's able to draw out some of your measurements, and it appears upon her pad of paper, and then closes it up. Everybody satisfied? You can pay me in the morning, like I said, half price. This is gonna be good, girls.
Thank you so much again, Kara. You're the best.
Yeah, no problem. And if anybody wants to, try one of our random things on in our changing booth, you're welcome to try that before you leave.
Tempted to push the button, but I don't really want to mess with my look right now just yet,
Okay, all right. It's just for fun. So, but she's like, all right. Well, anybody else? Anybody else? Anything? Or you girls ready to go out, and I'll see you in the morning?
Yeah, I actually had a question. I'm feeling a little peckish after this whole trying ordeal. Do you have any inns or taverns that just opened recently that you could recommend where we might grab a bite of food?
Oh, yeah. Down the street, there's a great tavern. It's fairly new, run by a group of, well, they're mostly good people. It's called it's weird. It's called the Unfinished Business, but it's right down the road. You're welcome to stay there. I think they have a few rooms.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I would offer my place for everyone to crash, but unfortunately it's lacking a door for some strange reason.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that. Well, we'll get that fixed. You've got money to pay for it now.
True.
Candy's door's always opened anyway, from what I hear, so.
Wow, I heard that. That's rude.
So you guys, you want to make your way over to the Unfinished Business, which is down the road, and you.
I thought this place was called Troll Skull Manor before. They must have changed it. I don't know.
It must have changed ownership.
They must have.
Was it good when you came here before?
No, Kyle and I's IRL D&D group runs this fucking tavern.
You walk
in our
in, so
game.
you walk into the inn, and standing at the bar is this tall, buff-looking guy with white t-shirt, and his sleeves are ripped off, and he's got a big bushy dog tail.
Just my type.
He's standing at the bar with a drink in his hand, and Scort, you hear this group walk in.
Good. Oh, wow. All right. Hey, welcome to our tavern. Leaf. We actually have customers in here. There's no like dead bodies or were-rats or anything around at the moment, is there? Just need to make sure.
No, right now there is none. And
All right,
Leaf hears you, and a chair scoots out.
Ladies, how's it going? Nice to meet you.
Hi,
You must have
I'm
heard
Candy.
must have heard about our tavern, and wanted to come and check out the hunk that runs the place. I imagine, right?
Where is he?
Hunk? Did somebody say hunk? And you see this short dwarf.
There he comes.
Walk out. And, hello. Welcome to the tavern. Are you looking for a place to stay? My name is Groggy. This is Scort.
Yep. I was just getting to that. Good call, Groggy. Sorry, I'm feeling a little groggy myself. I may have gotten into the magic bottle.
Drank a little
earlier.
groggy.
Yeah. Normally don't we hire someone normally to deal with that takes care of this for us, this kind of stuff?
And Grog's, it was the bartender, but remember with the were-rats.
Oh yeah, he
Quite
died.
naked.
But don't
We're
worry
looking
about
for
that. We took
men,
care of
really.
that were-rat problem, so you won't die if you stay here.
I'm
Almost
like trying to
guaranteed.
push Sprinkle back in like my purse as this is happening. I'm like, oh, don't come out, sweetie. Time.
Oh,
Because we're
wait,
talking
is
about
that a
the rat
mouse?
problem.
Is that a mouse?
No. I just have a very active purse.
Can I touch it? Can I hold him? Can I please hold him?
I'm like, I'll reluctantly like open the bag and let Sprinkle poke his like super chunky like face out.
Scort is
is
an
Sprinkle.
animal lover
Oh.
through and through, so he's not in a weird way though. Don't make it
Oh.
weird. Not an animal lover.
Okay, all right, Sprinkle
true
back in the bag.
Kyle Scort rolled a 10 on animal handling to hold the mouse.
Great.
I went ahead and pulled up his character sheet. Yeah.
Asking you to pull up his character sheet. A 10.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
crossover
Sprinkles
episode?
is.
guess, yeah.
We're off the rails here.
We are.
Sprinkles is a little bit apprehensive. You rolled a 10.
Yeah. Excuse me,
and so-
large barbarian man. Yes, I grew up in a barbarian camp, so I'm familiar with, your less than couth ways of seduction. So I would appreciate if you would not try to take my friend's mouse and do anything to it. We will just be requiring food and drink and a place to stay, and we are not interested in you or your body in any way. Even though you've put a lot of work into it, we can tell.
And Groggy says, wonderful. He pats Squirt on the back. And we're running a reduced rate. Just a silver piece for each of you will provide a good meal and a good place to stay tonight, and spread the word, the unfinished business.
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys are able to have room and board for tonight in this inn.
And ladies, I don't know if you know, there's a specialty that we have here at the Unfinished Business. We have only a few customers a day are offered this privilege, but we do have a magical bottle. So I don't really know how it works. I'm not a magic guy, but whatever your favorite drink is, it will pour out your favorite drink. So, right, and I think drinks are on the house for you lovely ladies. If I may,
thank
except for
you.
that one over there. I'm not interested, so it's fine. Don't worry.
Would any of you like to have a drink of this drink? And it's quite good, whatever your favorite drink is.
Yes, liquor with lots of sugar water, please.
Liquor and sugar. Did you say liquor and sugar water?
Liquor, because I'm missing Volic.
So he pours you out of this bottle. It's a liquid, and you taste it, and it's the best liquor and sugar drink.
Sugar.
This is not stevia. You can
Sweet.
tell this is
Yeah,
real
this is
sugar.
Actual
real
sugar.
sugar, and it is
Real
the best.
sugar.
It is the best drink you've ever had. This is like
Delicious.
Top
And what an
tier.
attractive server, too.
Candy, please. Yeah, I think you just got out of one relationship. Listen, rebounding's not the way to go. I'll stop.
She
But are they objectively attractive, or are they not?
Scorched is sort of like, I mean, he is a professional wrestler, so he has cut, sort of a less beefy Macho Man Randy Savage look, and he does canonically, I think, have a 12-inch penis, because I had to roll for penis size once.
I forgot you have a 12-inch penis. You rolled for that.
I was naked when we got attacked, and I had to roll for it.
Roll for penis, yeah.
So,
why?
Groggy.
What a long instrument you have.
Groggy is basically your classic short dwarf. He's literally basically the picture from the player's handbook when you go to cleric. Like, that is just what he looks like. So
That's awesome.
If you're into big bearded dwarf men, that would be him. But, would anyone else like to try a drink?
I don't drink, thank you.
Oh, it doesn't just pour alcohol. It pours whatever you want. I assume you drink at least water. I mean, you can't really live without that. But
is it the best water I've ever had, or?
And he holds up the bottle.
Yeah, it would be. That's the bottle. It pours the best.
The
best
bottle.
only.
Okay, I think Gail will take a drink of whatever
Good, he pours you
water. Yeah.
Yep, you drink it, and it is the best water. It's Fiji water, right? That's the best water, guys. Fiji. I guess.
Faerun water.
Faerun water.
In a square bottle.
Anyone
What
else?
about you? Yeah, Fire Lady.
Yeah.
What about you, huh?
You know what? Fine. I don't know what this liquor is, but you know what? Hit me with whatever
Yeah. It literally
the
will-
bottle hit and thinks.
Perfect. It'll be whatever you think your character's favorite
about
drink
some-
is. Yeah.
What about some fire?
Probably it's like
whiskey?
fire. Yeah, I was literally
Yeah.
like thinking fire wine whiskey.
Good. Well, he pours you a glass and you sip it, and what does it taste like?
Probably scorches. It feels scorching hot but she absolutely loves it, and she's like, tastes wonderful, like revenge. I love it. I don't know what it's called, but I love it. And she just, takes another big swig of it.
Like steam's coming out her ears. Yes.
Oh, cheers! And Groggy pours a little bit for himself, and then pours a little bit for Scorched. And
Kelly's gonna be pissed. We only get to pour this thing like 6 times a day. We just used to.
Kelly. Don't worry about Kelly. We'll tell you. We'll tell her you spilled it.
That's a good idea. I am her favorite. I'm everyone's favorite. So that'll work.
You're my favorite.
I like you. I like this
I
one.
like you too.
Oh gosh, no.
That's a terrible matchup.
But I have to go to sleep now. I'm too nervous. Never gotten this far. Scorched runs upstairs.
Okay. So rest of the evening is for you guys. If you have anything specific you want to do tonight, you know that the party is tomorrow. You know that that the destination is Lair of Hell. And so anything specific you guys want to do tonight, the rest of the day is yours.
I mean, it is a tavern, so I'm guessing Candy's going to take it as an opportunity to perform. She's going to get a little tipsy and get up there and probably sing a few tunes. Yeah.
Good.
Before she goes to bed.
It's very
give us
interesting music that she's making. It's, it's like somehow it's 2 keys at once. I don't know how she does it.
I'm also like simultaneously like humming and singing at the same time or something really weird.
While she's doing that, Diandra's gonna like open up her bag of holding that she has on her now, and she's like whispering, casting a spell into it at this time. And then after that, she's also gonna start trying to summon her familiar as well.
Wait, this isn't the one with Dedgar in it, right? That one's
No,
she's
that
multiple
one's
bags
taken,
of holding? Okay.
unfortunately,
Oh, it's gone.
but
Okay.
this is a different bag that maybe
so
has
many
other
bags
things
of
inside
holding.
of it.
Just has 2 bags of holding, just casually.
Yeah, just like
well, yeah,
casually.
well, one got taken, so I had to buy a new one.
Like, how many bags of holding do you have?
Well, I mean, I
At
only
least
keep
one for
at a
each
time.
hand.
They're highly volatile. If you keep them, you don't want to have 2 at the same time. You put one inside the other. You open up a rift in space and
Space-time
get sucked
continuum.
into another dimension. But It's important to always have, a good storage means, especially when you're going to be traveling into another realm of existence. I speak from experience. I don't want to brag, girls, but I have been to the Feywild.
Do you know how many penguins you can fit in that bag? Never mind. Never mind.
Can I just put my hand in?
Oh, I wouldn't put your hand in here.
Why not? What's in?
I just wouldn't recommend. As you do that, a zombie hand tries to reach
Oh
out and grab
my God.
you. No.
Is that your dead body bag?
Dead. I don't know. Whatever you want to. Animated dead body bag, you could call it. Yes. But they're under control. Don't worry. I got him back under the leash. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm just a little worried, but it's fine.
They're friendly.
Just a quick performance roll from you, Candy. I just want to know how your performance went. I just want to see how it went.
All right.
I'm just curious.
11.
11. Yeah, just mediocre. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good.
About on par
really.
for Candy performances.
Yeah.
I am a little drunk after all.
Groggy walks over to Scorched and just says, maybe we could, I don't know. I like the idea of having performers, but...
That's weird. She just got up there and started singing. It's not open mic night or anything. I'd stop her, but this place is pretty dead, so who really cares?
I'm like paying you to perform at the tavern versus the other way around.
Great. Anything else tonight?
If you summon your familiar, does it stay with you then?
I think so, yeah. They
Or
don't
is
go
it-
away until
unless they
die or you summon again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will also, while we're here, eventually cast Find Familiar.
Okay, cool. And
Nice.
then we'll say you guys will go to bed tonight, and in anticipation of tomorrow. So as you all wake up in the morning and kind of gather together, you make your way to back to Charisma's shop. Charisma meets you at the door, and she's excited, and she says, "Here, Gail, I've got your dress right here." And she takes it out, and it's that black sleek dress with that slit where there's a holster that can clearly be seen where you can have a knife there. And she says, "I put if you hate it, we can change it real quick, but I added a sleeve onto it, and there's a little bit of a compartment on the sleeve. If you want to slip another knife into the sleeve, you can do that as well.
Perfect.
It's just that right sleeve there. Do you like it?"
You understand me so well. It's perfect.
Well, wonderful. And she hands it to you. Go ahead, try it on and see if it fits. I can change it in any way if you want. And Diandra, I have your dress. And she holds out the black dress with the chains hanging down off of it. And she's like, the chains, they're not structurally great chains, so don't tug at them too hard. They might break, but they look great, and they look like metal chains. And you can just see they just slightly drip, and as they drip, that magical visual effect of this dark blood kind of disappears before it hits the floor, and so it just kind of goes away. And
Beautiful.
then
It's disgusting. I love it.
yes, and I give it a little shake.
I shake it.
Good.
Yeah.
And as you shake it, there's just this little puff of flies that kind of spread around.
It feels like
through
my
the
dead girl's here
flowers.
with me right now.
Interesting. Go ahead and try it on. Make sure it fits well.
Absolutely.
And she gives you
She's
the
like
plague
moving
doctor
on.
mask as well. Radia, and Radia, she brings out this mask, this hellhound mask that looks like it is a very artistic but beautiful looking mask that has this open mouth of this fierce pit bull looking dog in it, and around the eyes has kind of red outline around the eyes to kind of gives it that red look that a hellhound might have with fire in its eyes. She gives you, hands you the mask, and then it has gives you the ripped leather jacket to it and leather pants. And then she holds it out and she says, "I added a little bit to it as well. I thought it would fit with your aesthetic." And she kind of moves it a little bit, and there's a slight like flame effect that will come off of different parts. And she says, "Do you like it?"
Radia is immediately like, "Oh, I would kiss you if I was not scared of accidentally burning you. You are amazing."
Oh, great! I'm glad you like it. Go ahead and try it on. And then, and Candy, here you go. And she holds out with one arm this this small, like, I mean, it looks like a child's dress. Like, cause you're like medium size, right? Or are you small
I'm
size?
small.
Is it like Build-A-Bear?
You're small. So
I'm small.
It's like Build-A-Bear.
It's like Build-A-Bear, but sparkly.
Yeah. She hands it to you, and you see it's like kind of like has like a white sequin effect, and she says, "Now you said sparkles," and she like turns it around and like flips it on its hanger, and the sparkles like change to a blue, and then she does it again and it changes to a purple, and she says, "You can kind of pick which sparkle you want. I put a little extra effort, put a lot into it," and she says, "Do you like it?"
Oh, Care, you've outdone yourself again. It's amazing.
Good, great. And you put it on, and you guys all have everything on. Everything fitting okay?
I'm like, put the wings through, check it out, fly around a little.
Yes, it's perfect. I put it on, and then I'm like messing with my hair, and Diandra like puts her hair like up in kind of like a bun, but like instead of putting like some people put like sticks or whatever. I don't know how to do hair. I don't know actual hair terms, but instead of sticks, she pulls out like 2 finger bones and shoves them into her hair.
Like real finger bones?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Real human fingers.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, I love the prop. I love the fake finger bones. I love that aesthetic.
Yeah. And one of them's like twitching a little bit in my hair.
Well, great. You're able to settle up with the total cost there. You have plenty of gold in order to do so. And she says,
"Give her extra. Don't do the half price. It's not even our money. Who cares?"
Yeah,
That's true. She deserves a free penny.
just one.
"The free penny, one extra copper." She is delighted. She takes whatever, you don't. We agreed on half price. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay more than that. That's okay. You guys have your journey to go on. This man, I hope you really show it to him. Really give it to him.
Yeah, we've shown him enough, and Candy's given him enough.
You better believe it.
And so at this point, you take out the invitation, an invitation and see that rune at the bottom is lit up now, and the instructions were to tap it on the day of the party for planar travel, and that is it's lit up.
All right, everyone, hold hands. Hold hands.
Yes, absolutely. Let's hold hands. Put down the hand that I'm holding into my bag and grab somebody else's hand.
Radia will step up and offer her like arms out for them to link up with.
We are going
Would like to do the
an
honors.
unbreakable chain as we go to take on Volek. Candy, you were the one scorned most recently, and he did leave it at your place, the invitation, so it seems like you should probably be the one to take us.
Okay, is everyone ready to go?
Yes.
All right, so Candy reaches out and touches the rune or whatever, the teleport rune.
As you press down on the rune of the invitation, you look around you and you all see the shop around, and the dresses start to catch fire. And like paper being lit by a candle on every side, the world slowly starts to burn and burn away. And somehow you all find yourselves standing suddenly with your backs against a wall, facing a large rectangular room that seems to go on forever. The walls of the room are painted poorly with trees, giving a not so convincing illusion of being in a dark forest. In the middle of this very long, well-lit room are rows of chairs facing to the right, toward a counter with endless stations attended by people and creatures with deep red polo shirts on. There's a large sign hanging in front of you, which reads, Bureau of Mortal Intake, with subtext, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Please take a number. And a small ticket machine stands in front of you.
I use Mage Hand to grab a ticket.
Okay.
Pull it toward it.
The mage hand grabs a ticket. It tears a little bit on the way out, but you're still able to read the number. And it says number 23,397.
And which one are they serving?
Overhead, you hear, now serving number 596. And so I would like someone to roll a d6 for me.
Who wants to do it?
Go ahead, Radia, do it.
You got it.
Roddy is going for it.
Going for it.
I'm going for the actual dice because I'm.
It's important.
It is important.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
like
important.
this is important.
Shit, how are we supposed to get back, girls? Uh-oh.
6.
That's
Six,
either really
you
good or
rolled a
really
six?
bad.
I rolled a
Yeah,
6.
nice.
Okay. So for the next 6 hours, you sit in the chair waiting for your number
not
to be
nice.
called. Yeah, absolutely exhausting. At 5 hours and 45 minutes, they're calling 23,100, and finally at 6 hours, number 23,397 is called overhead, and you see a short old tiefling woman kind of like waving her hand over and like beckoning you all forward.
We're up,
And,
we're up, girls. We're up. Wake up, everybody. We're up.
Oh.
Andy, you look great.
Oh, thanks, sweetie.
Yeah. Hello. Hi. Hello there.
Oh, hi. Hello. Come on over, girls. Oh, you're a group? Oh, wonderful. Oh, girls, you all look so beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Come on up, sit on here. Well, pull another chair. Doc, bring an over chair. Can we borrow one of your chairs? You only got one customer? Okay, perfect. And she brings over, one of the chairs is brought over so you all can sit in front. And you're sitting in front of this short, old tiefling woman with dark skin that sags over her many wrinkles and piercing white eyes. Her tiefling horns are so long they curl out and down away from her short white hair, and in one hand she holds a lit cigarette. Okay, well, hello, and welcome to the Department of Mortal Intake to the Nine Hells. My name is Beatrice. What is the nature of your visit, business or pleasure?
A bit of both. Does that count?
That sounds
Both.
right. Yeah. It's our business, and what if it's someone else's displeasure? Does that?
What about
I like
murder?
it. Lot
Does that
of
work?
displeasure in this murder. Wonderful. Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
So business or pleasure, you say it's a mix.
both.
I gotta check one of the boxes though. So which one are we gonna pick? Business or pleasure? It doesn't really matter that much.
I think it's gonna be fun. We should say pleasure.
Yeah, it's gonna be our
I would
pleasure
definitely
to
say
kill
pleasure.
Pleasure
You
to kill
girls look
him.
like
Yes.
you're here for pleasure. You're all dolled up. I love it. Pure, beautiful. Well,
Thank you. And might I just say, you have a beautiful voice.
Oh,
just
thank
need-
you. I've been working on it for decades. Well, welcome. Like I said, welcome to the Nine Hells. What is your destination?
Who's got the invitation?
Yeah, Candy pulls out the invitation out of her little purse. There's some chunks of like little mouse bites taken out of it. It has also gotten a little sticky because she's got candy in her purse as well. So she hands it over to the lady.
Oh, wonderful. You're headed to X-Chiselots. You're going to the masquerade ball, of course. That's why you're all dressed up. Well, that's wonderful. That'll be such a fun event for all of you. Have any of you, you've been here before? You've been to the Nine Hells, or is this your first time?
I mean, my life lately has kind of felt like a living hell, but other than that, no. This is my first time. I don't want to speak for the rest of you, though.
I mean, does dating the wrong guy count? Because it's kind of hellish, not gonna
Oh,
lie.
that is a hell in itself, isn't
Yeah.
it, darling? But no, specifically 9 Hells. Anybody?
Then no.
Been here before?
Well, my patron is the fiend, so I haven't been here before, but I am quite
the
familiar.
Fiend. I would keep that on the down low down here. They don't really like to hear about demons so much. So,
Okay, sorry.
Just so you guys know, this is the 9 Hells. This is the Hells of Devils. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Devils,
I knew that.
Right.
I totally knew the difference.
If you see a demon, make sure you tell the nearest devil so it can be exterminated. They're not welcome here. But
Are Asimers welcome in the hells? Are Asimers allowed? I just want to, be up front, be clear. I don't want to break any rules.
no, there's no rules. Everybody's welcome in the 9 Hells if they're corruptible to be part of Asmodeus's grand plan to corrupt and turn everybody evil. That's kind of the secondary kind of goal here. So everybody's welcome as long as you're not already, a demon. They can't really switch sides, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that fits for us, I think.
Yeah, and we have definitely all been corrupted in our time, so I would say we are corruptible.
Super corruptible, actually.
Perfect. That is wonderful.
There's not an innocent bone in my body.
She pulls out this large infographic sketch of that shows like layers of the 9 Hells.
Well, here's a little spiel I give to the first-time travelers. The 9 Hells are composed of 9 layers: Avernus, Dis, Minaros, Phlegethos, Stygia, Malbolgi, Maladomini, Kenya, and Nessus. The river Styx will take you through each layer for as long as you survive. Very important note. Oh, I've already covered this. It's a realm of devils, not demons, so we already discussed that portion of it. Each devil you see answers to a devil of higher stature, such as a duke, who answers to the archdevil of each layer, and each archdevil answers to the one ruler which we all owe our allegiance, the Lord of the 9 Hells, Asmodeus. Hail Asmodeus!
And you hear the other attendants all echo back, "Hail Asmodeus."
Now, part of the new initiative set forth by Asmodeus is that we're to discuss certain risks of traveling to the 9 Hells. Previously, our recruiting strategy was based on quantity, where we have shifted our focus to quality. It turns out if mortals are properly consented and understand the risks of dealing with devils, it's more likely they become valuable assets in the afterlife. Have I lost any of you yet so far? You doing okay?
Doing wonderfully. I'm taking notes down in my book.
Wait,
for
what?
sure.
What? Can you repeat that again? Those layers? I'm so confused.
Oh, it's just right here. Look, there's a bunch of layers. You go into
You know what? The pictures help
Extras
a
at
lot.
the very top. Extras
okay.
is on Avernus. You're not going to need to worry too much about the rest of them. Honestly, I don't think your group would survive much. In the rest of the layers, you're looking a little shrimpy, but it's okay. I think you guys should do fine. There is a high likelihood, I should say, that you will die during this visit. I would not recommend that you engage with any devils, fiends, or demons, large or small. The river Styx may look very refreshing, however, if you touch it, you will likely die. Throughout the 9 Hells, there are periodic random spouts of fire and lava that can erupt from the ground. If you're caught in one of these, you will likely die. If you sleep in the 9 Hells and you aren't already evil, there is a slight chance that you will wake up evil. If you sign any deals with the devil, these deals are extremely difficult to get out of, if not impossible, so please understand the weight of such decisions. That being said, if you would like to sign up to serve Asmodeus in the Bureau of Mortal Intake, we do offer a nice onboarding bonus and benefits package. You can live out your life in riches, fame, and comfort, and in the event of your death, you'd be enlisted to spend eternity serving in the Bureau. There is a competitive corporate ladder, and with diligence and high work ethic, you can work yourself up to manager in about 100 years. We work every day, but we do get 1 day ATO every single year. Would any of you like to go ahead and sign up on that?
Think I'll pass. I don't want to speak for any of my sisters here because, I don't want to rob them of their power, their agency. So I'll let them decide.
I'll keep it in mind for later.
Maybe we circle back before, we leave, just in case.
Oh, honey, candy doesn't work. Candy marries a rich man. I'll have to say no.
Well, you girls keep in mind, and circle back if you want. Honestly, you guys look amazing. What is there a special reason you're going to the ball? You don't see you have a man with you. You're meeting somebody there.
We are absolutely meeting somebody there, yes. Are you familiar? Or maybe you've heard of him. Have you heard of Volek?
Volek?
Volek,
Nah, I haven't heard of Volek. I don't think so. That name doesn't ring a bell. What is he? What kind of devil is he?
He's a hottie.
Oh, he's a hottie.
Yeah.
No, he's
Literally.
haughty. He's a pompous piece of shit, honestly. And he's an incubus.
Oh, he's an incubus.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
agree.
Yeah, I get it. You're all. Yep, this is all making sense. No, I'd stay. I don't know Volek, but the incubus. They're dirty. They're cheap. They're usually under the service of someone else. So just I would stay away from them. Oh yeah, they are. They do look real nice, though. I mean, they are.
That's how they get you. His
You're
eyes.
telling us.
Wait, he's cheap. He said he had money. Oh, this is so unfortunate.
Well, he does have money now. He has our money. He has our stuff.
Wait, no, but we took his money though.
Shh. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything, actually.
Oh no, I mean, hi, we're here to
It was
go
a
to
metaphor.
dance.
Just a metaphor.
Well, anyways, if you guys circle back, if one of you wants to come by, drop by sometime, I'd love to hear the rest of the story. But last but not least, well, I could tell you a little bit more. You guys know how to get to X-Jizzalot's castle? If this is your first time?
No, I don't know how to get to X-Jizzalot's castle.
No, X-Chizzalot's. Chizzalot. Well,
Are you
it's,
intimating something? Diandra! Goodness!
Candy, you're rubbing off on me or something, Candy. I don't know.
Oh, I certainly rub off on a lot of people.
Well, it's fairly easy to get to X-Chizzalot's. He lives along the river Styx, so if you make your way to the river, one of the Marinoloth will be able to ferry you right over there. Just throw him the invitation.
Okay, perfect. Anything else we need to do to... actually, I do have a question. When we're
Right.
done, how do we get back to where we came from?
Back to where you came from.
Yeah, Waterdeep. Are you familiar with Waterdeep?
Waterdeep. No, I'm from Baldur's Gate. That's where I live my life.
I see.
But yeah, that's a little bit further. That's Waterdeep's north of Baldur's Gate along the.
But you have heard of it then, so you are familiar with it. So do you know?
It's a big city.
Yeah.
How to get back? Well, if you come through here, the Bureau Motor will take. We could maybe get you back. I could maybe get you back. We do have. The portal does go both ways, I suppose.
Perfect.
So
We've got about
yeah, when
yes.
you drop by, if you drop by with the rest of the story, yeah, I could definitely help you out and get you back. How about that?
I think that sounds really fair. I was gonna offer to pay her the rest of the gold that we have, but if she just wants a story, that's fine. Yeah.
Look, I love stories. I love them. And I got my one-day ATO coming up, and maybe I'll just take that day off and take you with me.
Oh, that would be lovely. I think we've all felt that we needed sort of a matronly figure added to the group. So
Girl power!
Well, last but not least, if you'd please just sign here stating you understand the risks of travel in the nine hells and also consent to the undying servitude of our Lord and Savior Asmodeus. Go ahead and just sign right here for me, please.
what was that last part?
I'm just joking with you. You don't have to sign. That's a keen wit you got there. Making sure you don't sign anything. That's the whole purpose of this. All right, off you go. And she slams a button on the table, and you guys fall straight through a portal and land on your feet on a dark, warm ground. And you look around, and the sounds of the papers moving in that bureau are gone, and you look around and see a hellscape of rocky wasteland as far as the eye can see. In the distance, a volcano erupts. Through the dark and starless air, you hear sighs and moans and wailing in different, various strange tongues. A lone fireball slowly streaks across the sky, miles and miles in the distance.
On a hill in the far distance, you see a huge devilish creature with horns and massive wings, wielding a mace, fighting off a horde of orange ape-like creatures. In another direction, you see a large construct made of metal, stooped over, slowly walking through the remains of what looks like a battlefield, picking up corpses and throwing them up on spikes jutting out from his back.
Ooh.
You take a breath in, and the stench of burning meat fills your nostrils. You see a sign with 3 arrows
Smells just like that.
labeled the City of Woe, the River Styx, and Eternal Pain, all pointed in different directions.
Well, Eternal Pain sounds fun, but I don't think that's the goal for today.
Not for us,
this-
at least. But maybe
Yes.
we could bring Volek out this way after we're done with him.
So what, the River Styx
Candy
then?
is like staring at the volcano and she's like, everything reminds me of him.
I'm staring at the corpses thinking the same thing, so it's I think, yeah, River Styx, she said, right? That was the
Yeah.
way to go?
Yeah.
Good. Radia, with your passive perception, you look past the sign 15 feet away, and you see a small swarm of insects hovering over what looks to be a pile of flesh and sinew. A head extends from the mass, reaching up and attempting to bite one of the flies, and then looks to your direction and opens its mouth, almost in a gasp. 4 more heads arise from this massive flesh, separate, and 5 half bodies of flesh start crawling towards you.
Oh, that doesn't look good. She's just gonna be like, oh, hey, I think we should move. There's, she kind of points in the direction. I think that, it might be time to leave. Come on, girls! And
And you look that way and you see this massive flesh separate, and 5 half bodies of flesh start crawling towards you, a mixture of blood and tears streaming down their faces. And everyone roll for initiative as they are coming to attack.
Oh, was that your husband, Deandra?
No, those are not Edgar. You hear those groaning sounds they're making? That's not his beautiful set of pipes, okay?
Candy's 12.
I'm a 2.
Nat 20 for me, so 22.
Making up for earlier, I
go.
guess.
I know, my 4s and my 2s and 1s, yeah.
Yeah, I got a 9.
So it's Goose, Goose first.
Nat 20, and Diandra got a
Nat
2.
20.
A what?
A 9 for Diane.
Niner. Radia, you're 2, that's so bad.
It's better than a 0. that
Yeah,
some
it
people
is.
have rolled in this session.
That roll is terrible.
That was unreal.
I've been working on a spell to do something like this. I've been trying to see if I can, create this sort of
Working with lots of mounds
monstrosity.
of flesh recently, then. Huh?
Yes, Andy. Not the
Yeah.
same way that you're thinking, but yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, Gale, you are up first as you see these bodies of flesh crawling towards you, seemingly very violent.
Yeah, so I think her reaction will kind of just be like it's like she didn't see it and then she saw it and you just like react. So we're we cast Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Let's see.
And
So
you can
that's-
target, there are 5 separate ones, and so you can,
Oh.
you'll target one of them. Yeah, with that.
How many
Well, at her
do
level,
I-
she'll target more than one. She can target 2.
I think I get 2. Yeah,
It's
so I
2
have 2
blasts.
beams. Yeah. So I guess 2 of the heads. I'm not sure how you want to. Maybe number 1 and number 2, just to make it easier for you. Whichever ones.
Yep, I got them labeled on my side. So
Okay.
we'll keep
Great.
track of the ones.
Okay.
Oh,
So she'll aim 1 at number 1 and 1 at number 2. So the first one to hit number 1 is a 20, like overall.
Yes, that hits.
And the second one is a 25.
Nice.
So
Both of them
damage
hit.
for the first one is 7.
Okay.
And then for the second one is an 11.
11 points of damage?
Yes, for the second one. And so I think, it's just like, she like turns, sees the heads, and it just two like blasts just kind of go out of her, like right out of her fingers as she's kind of like pointing at them. And I like to think that there may be like, I don't know, these like wispy black like lines just shooting through the air. And when it hits them, it almost like makes like a hiss and like a smoke evaporating kind of thing on the hit.
Cool. The first one hits and like hits part of this mass, and it like sizzles and like a good chunk of its mass kind of sizzles away. And the second one, it hits more square in the body, and most of its mass is looking pretty looking bad at this point. The one that you hit, the first one that you hit, is going to use its movement and go straight toward you, and it is going to throw this like fist at you and try to hit you, and hits for a natural 20.
Oh, lovely!
Amazing. And so does a 23 hit?
I think so. Yeah.
Lap, it hits you right across the jaw for 4 points of damage.
Oh. I was so scared. I was like, oh no, it's gonna be so bad.
This is a creepy mass, disgusting flesh, blood and tears streaming about its face, and it slaps you for 4 points of damage on this critical hit.
Amazing.
And I get kissed and I take 28 points of damage. What is this?
Candy, you are up.
All right, I'm feeling peckish, and so I'm going to take a jelly bean. I'm going to eat a jelly bean.
Oh, good.
So I have 3 magical jelly beans in my pouch, and depending on what I roll, there's 12 different options. Something will happen.
Good.
All right, so I'm gonna roll a d12. All right, and so I rolled 4. 4 is your strength becomes 20 for the next 10 minutes. I'm like this big. If it was already 20, you get advantage on strength-based ability. It was not 20, just so you know. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action and do use a bardic inspiration point and grant 8 temporary HP to my lovely lady friends.
To all?
Can you do it to all of us, or do you have to pick
Yeah,
someone?
it's you can grant 8 temporary HP to up to 3 creatures you can see within 60 feet. So I'm gonna
Nice,
give
that's
you,
cool.
so you give yourself 8 temporary hit points.
Hell yeah.
The massive flesh, this lemure, crawls forward. The one that had already been hit quite a lot by that Eldritch Blast goes forward and strikes at Candy, and with this disgusting flesh fist tries to swing and goes for a 5 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. One that's next to it, that's full, kind of full-bodied, goes forward and goes to Diandra, and goes in front of Diandra and does a similar fist attack.
Ooh. I'm like fascinated by it, looking at it.
Yeah.
You're like, did I do this?
Another nat 20. These things are.
I guess I won't be using my shield reaction.
It's a 23 to hit.
Yeah,
So,
that's gonna hit.
You're like fascinated enough where you're like letting.
I leaned
almost
into
letting
it, looking at it.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, it's kind of cute.
And then just
And it critical strikes you with its fist for 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Whap.
Whip.
No, there's no wet ass pussy right now after that. Let me tell you, there's no wet here.
Diandra, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to just use my action then after that offense to cast a magic missile at level 3. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to aim a bolt at each one of them.
Okay.
Spread,
Nice.
put my hand out and shoot a missile out of each finger at them. So yeah, 5 bolts will go out.
Cool.
So number 1 will take. Ooh, he only takes 2 damage.
2 damage.
Number 2 takes 4 damage. I'm making this as hard as possible for Kyle.
The one that has very little mass left, that
Mm-hmm.
that magic missile hits it and goes through its head, and the head just like splits, and that flesh just falls down in a pile, lifeless.
Wow. Well, that's lovely.
Easy.
Great. Sorry, was that for number 2?
Yep.
Number 3 takes 5 damage.
Okay.
Number 4 also takes 5 damage. Yes. And number 5 only takes 2 damage again.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, as my bonus action, then I'm gonna mentally command one of my zombies to start climbing out of my bag of holding so that it can be out by my next turn, I guess, if possible.
Cool.
Yeah.
And great. One of the lemures crawls forward and does a fist attack. This time at Gale. And that is a 11 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. It swings its fist and misses, and you just get this foul stench of this decayed flesh that just wafts past your face as it misses.
Delicious.
Radia, you're up.
Goose, how much damage did you take?
Like 4, I think.
Okay.
Deandra's
Yeah,
lower
that's
than
right.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
fine because of the temp HP. I don't
Oh yeah,
even-
true. The
Yeah.
temp HP.
because I came in first. You were the only one that took actual health damage.
Yeah, true.
Okay, if it's only 4, I will hold off. Radia is gonna just go up and try and put herself between Gale and these things, and she's gonna whack at the lowest, the one that was hit the hardest.
Okay. Go
So
ahead.
she's gonna use that with her quarterstaff.
Bonk.
21 to hit
That hits.
Ooh, nice.
for 6.
6 points of damage. You bonk it on the head, and it just sinks. That quarter staff sinks into the flesh like there wasn't even a skull there on the top of this head, and it just collapses into it, and the pile of flesh collapses, and you pull your staff out, and it's just covered in this gross liquid.
I'm just gonna try and flick a little bit of that off, and yeah, I'm just gonna try and defend Gale.
Okay, so kind of standing, trying to kind of position yourself near Gale, near the lemur.
Yeah.
The lemur.
Lemure.
Lemur. Cool. So yeah, you had the one
so
attack with
demure.
your quarterstaff. You don't have multi-attack or anything because you're a druid, right? I think that's
Yep.
it for your, anything else. Any bonus action for your turn?
Bonus action. The only bonus action I have is the wildfire spirit, which I am not using right now.
That was Radia's turn. The fifth lemure crawls up and goes against Radia, and attacks Radia with its fist. That is a 16 to hit,
That hits.
and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
as it hits you, and hits you in the side with its gross fist.
I like that it
And
somehow is going after Radia, who rolled a 2, so it rolled a 1 on its initiative. That thing sucks.
Gale, you're up.
Okay. How many are left then? We've got like 3?
Yep, 3 are left.
Okay. I will go for, I don't know, I guess number 5, I think. That one's only been hit once, maybe?
And it just hit our friend Radia, too.
Yeah, rude. So I'm gonna like wave my hand out, and in that like motion, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead. So the creature hears this like really loud bell sound that just kind of overtakes it, and it already took damage, so it would be. It's either a 1d8 if it's not damaged, or it's a 1d12 if it is. But it's necrotic damage, so I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, it has to succeed in a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Which
it
one
not-
were you targeting? The one that was
Number 5, she said.
Yeah, number
okay,
5.
Gotcha.
Would it not be 2d12?
Oh yeah, sorry, it'll be
Yeah,
2d12.
because you are-
2d12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. So wisdom saving throw. Let's see if this pile of flesh is wise. It rolled a 2.
Not wise.
Not today.
Not wise. And so
Candy's
go ahead-
smarter, but just barely.
Just barely.
So go ahead and roll that damage. The toll of the dead.
Okay, there we go. Oh, double ones.
Oh,
Double ones.
God.
This is why I don't use digital dice, because I swear they hate me. Oh my god.
That is so bad.
Wow.
It's 2 damage.
Could have done 24 damage, but went ahead and
But
did 2
no.
instead.
Yeah.
So the so the damage types, necrotic, it does that type of damage, which could be important if it had resistance or if it had any special susceptibility to it. But you cast the Toll of the Dead, and what you're used to knowing is that the Toll of the Dead is this dolorous bell sound that rings in the head and does lots of damage. And you get the sense that what happened was more of a slight tinnitus that happened with this with this Lemure, and like it's where its ears should be are like vibrating a little bit, and it kind of like twitches and has a disappointing amount of damage. Anything else for your turn?
I'm in melee with one of them still, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll stay where I'm at. But yeah, that's it.
Cool. Candy, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna fly over. There's one that's already damaged, yeah? Let's attack that one.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do a regular attack. I'm with my dagger. 7.
And this is with your strength that you're using then?
Yeah, does that help? Like the
So your
It would-
strength
wouldn't-
score is 20, which would be a plus.
Plus 5 to hit.
5
or
to hit.
sorry, plus 8 to hit total, right? Because our proficiency bonus would be there too.
Right,
So,
yeah. So a plus 8 versus.
I wrote
actually
a
a dagger.
7.
A dagger. Actually, I don't know. Can you use? I think dagger. You may have to use only.
I don't know if a dagger's a
Dexterity.
finesse or what the hell it counts as.
If I remember correctly, it is.
Yeah, I think it's just a
I'm not sure.
finesse light.
It's finesse, so its strength doesn't change the modifier.
your choice. Your choice of strength or dex. So, okay. Okay. I don't know why I was carrying that much, because 7 actually does hit these.
Oh, well.
Oh,
So
well, all of that talk for naught. That's okay. Scott can edit it out.
No, we'll leave it. We'll keep it in.
Okay, that is 4 damage after all that.
okay, you swipe at it, cut it. The remaining mass that's there is kind of sliced in half. You cut it and it falls away. Anything else for your turn? You can probably. Oh, wait, no, you're a bard. You're
Yes.
a bard. Yep. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay. The one that you just cut is going to reach up with its fist and try and hit you, flying above it for a 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Misses. Diandra, you're up.
Beautiful. Then there's 3 left. Fine. Normal
Yep.
magic missile then. Level 1 magic missile.
Yeah, baby.
Aim at each of the other ones then.
Okay.
And hopefully while she's doing this, a zombie is like half crawling out of her bag and like getting itself out or whatever.
Yes, the zombie is
Okay, good.
ready. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the first magic missile at whatever the highest or lowest numbered one is a 2.
2 damage. Okay.
Yeah, 2 damage.
Yep. That was the first one, so it's still up.
All right. Next one is 5 damage to it.
Okay.
Okay, and the last one is 3 damage to.
3 damage.
Yeah.
You are chipping away at these disgusting flesh monsters.
Okay.
One of them reaches out and tries to hit you
Oh, am I
after
done?
you hit it. Oh, sorry, you're not done with your turn. Never mind.
The way you asked
I
that.
forgot to ask if you're done with your turn.
Yeah, no.
And specifically,
if my
you're
zombie's
definitely
out,
not.
I
So
want
yes.
it to. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to bonus action command my zombie to attack whichever one is closest to me. Then I suppose.
Okay, go ahead. And have him roll an attack.
All right. So that he gets a plus. Oh, I have it written down. I wrote it down. I'm good. Plus 3 to hit. So let's see here. 20. Oh, come on, something. All right, a 20. Not natural to hit, but we'll take
20.
that.
Yep, hits.
And that will be for beautiful 9 damage. He slams
Ooh,
down
nicely
on this
done.
one.
Nicely done.
Yep, 9 damage. Your zombie steps forward and does his slam attack and just keeps slamming and digging. It is grotesque and gross as he is ripping at this pile of flesh that is now dead.
Great job, Scarly. Wonderful.
One that is close to you does reach out and tries to hit you with a fist attack, and that is a 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
And misses. It has very little flesh left.
Please watch the chains, okay? They're not structurally sound.
There are two left. Radia, what would you? It is your turn.
We're gonna. There's still one next to us, right? Next to.
Yep.
Gale and I.
There's two, basically the same area within 5 feet.
I had a feeling, I just couldn't remember. You know what? We're gonna turn and we're going to just try and bonk one of these other ones.
In the bonk.
So 14.
14 hits.
All right. 6 damage.
6 damage, bonk and splat.
That was a strong bonk.
It's a strong bonk. There's one Lemure left. Anything else for your turn?
No, not right now.
Gale, you're up.
Eldritch Blast, because I'm not doing Toll the Dead again. That was embarrassing. I'll
Take
just
the necromancy for the necromancers, okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm so sorry. So I'll just do both beams because you said there's one left, right?
Yep, one left.
I'll just do both that. First one's a 21 to hit.
21 to hit, yes.
Both are 21s to hit. Okay.
Great.
Making up for those bad rolls early on.
Give
Yeah.
us both
Jeez.
of the. Give us the total
no.
damage here. What are the
Okay.
total damage with these two Eldritch Blasts?
Total damage is going to be 18.
18? You do 18 points of Eldritch Blast damage to this pile of flesh that had 2 hit points left. And it's
I was really
black.
angry.
And everybody make a dexterity saving throw as flesh is flying through the air.
Oh, jeez.
Candy's 10.
11.
20.
Great. My DC I set was just 10. And so you all are able to see the splat coming and not get all this gross, nasty
On our
flesh
beautiful outfits.
on your outfits.
Yeah.
Although it would have gone well with mine, I think, honestly.
I think it would have added something.
You should
Certainly
have
to the smell.
purposefully.
Now, those of you who did get hit, you do have a little bit of residue on you, but you are not covered if you had taken damage from these lemures, which are now gone, and they are dormant in front of you, and we are out of initiative.
I have a quick question about temporary HP. So I get 10 temporary HP when I reduce a hostile creature to 0 HP, but then I
nice.
already had the 8 from Tidley.
So
it
you
doesn't
have to-
stack.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It just
stack.
goes
Yep,
up to 10.
Yep.
Okay.
So you just take the higher amount. So you are standing in front of these, this pile of flesh, the sign nearby that says the river Styx behind you, and you look and see in the fair distance a flowing dark river. And at the edge of the river is a boat, and a hooded figure standing on the edge of this long, thin boat. Can't see its face, but it holds an oar, a large oar, and the top of the oar is a flame, creating a large, long trail of black smoke. And that is where we will end this episode, the first half of Hell Hath No Fury. Ooh. Thank you to all the players this week, Scott, Tiddly, Goose, and Ten Rootkin. Their socials can be found in the description. If you want to see the video of the episode, it will be up on our YouTube. Follow us at Talltale Tavern Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you like us, give us one of those good 5-star reviews. Join our Discord too. Thank you to Tyler Adelsperger for our intro music. Thank you to Zaezar for our artwork. And with that, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern.